Test, drums, mic, check, test. More drums, check in the mic, test, drums, check. Yo, hey, what's going on? John Lore here, John's Drum Studio. This one is going to be very different, because usually I'm stuck in my beautiful corner back there behind a drum kit holding drumsticks. Now I'm just out here and I don't know what to do with my hands. Anyway, I want to try something fun. Something that's not just for drummers, if you're catching my drift. I know all of my videos are fun. I know you guys are learning a lot from my videos. I know you guys love them. They're your favorite. This is your favorite channel. Guys, stop. But I want to try something different. Like I said, this is for non-drummers. Or drummers, but young drummers. Or any drummer. You know what? This is for everybody. I want to make a video of 5 things that non-drummers don't know about the drum things that No, I want to make a video. I want to do a video. Drummers don't know things about people. Now, it's a community. There are drummers out there that don't... There are drum things out there that people don't know. Maybe. Alright, you know, I'm gonna come up with some title later on. It's 5 things non-drummers may not know about the drums. So this is for you drummers, but also for you non-drummers. I've compiled 5 things that I get asked a lot. Or things that I've talked about where people go,
"Oh, gee whiz, I didn't know that. Huh."
Or I get people that go, "I don't care." So, you know what? Hey, whatever. I hope you enjoy this. Let's get to it. Number 1. Here we go. Drum thing you might not know about drummers. Still working on the title. Whatever. I'll get it by the end of the video. The one thing that you might not know about drummers, or drum sets in general, we tune the drums, which is weird for whatever reason. I guess it's weird for people that don't know about the drums and people that do know about the drums. I mean, when I was first starting, I didn't know that you tune drums. I get this question a lot when I'm telling people, yeah, I'm gonna be tuning my drums for the show tonight, and they're like,
"What? Like a guitar or something?"
I get these weird responses and these weird looks. You tune drums, okay, people? It's not like tuning any other instrument, right? So when you hit a drum, it's usually just a smack sound, and it decays very fast. It doesn't ring out melodically. There is a difference between a drum and a guitar. You already know that, whether you're a musician or not. You do tune drums, and an out-of-tune drum sounds terrible. We use a drum key. Looks like this. Let me get up closer. That's a drum key. You see it yet? Drum key. We use drum keys to tighten the lugs or loosen the lugs. There's various ways to tune a drum. You can do it by ear, hitting the drum. Everybody's got their own method. Some people say it's not rocket science. Other people write books on just tuning drums. You take it for what it's worth. There's tools in which to tune a drum, too. Right here, I've got the drum dial. Haven't used this thing in, I have no idea how long. Drum dial, it measures the tension of the head, so you have even tension from each lug. That's a really cool instrument. Now, if you want to get more fancy and more technical, the TuneBot is the one that I've been using for a while now. If I ever want to record a song and it's in a specific key and I want my drums to be in the key of that song, I use a TuneBot. It's got a beautiful display, and this thing is a blessing. But it's not the only thing I use. You have to use your ears too, and over the years, tuning has become an art form. Whether you're a drummer, whether you're not a drummer, just know that tuning takes a lot of practice and a lot of time. It's tuning. You tune drums. Here we go. Number 2. Oh, that sounds gross. Number 2, though. This is one that you may know about, one you may not know about. This isn't something that's just for drummers. Everybody uses this in the music world. It is a metronome, or its synonym, a click. What a metronome is, for you non-musicians, is it's that thing that ticks back and forth, tick, 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 and we listen to that and we play along to that. Specifically for drummers, this is a big issue because we are the timekeeper.
The timekeeper.
Of a band, right? Without a drummer being on time, it sounds terrible. And a metronome is one of the biggest, if not the biggest tool that a drummer has. We record to metronomes. We play live to metronomes nowadays. It's one of those things that you just need. A drummer needs to be on time, and without a metronome, you're subject to time changes. Now, if you're going for the old school rock thing where you want those tempo changes, those speed changes in a song, or you want that natural flow of what a musician's thinking as he's doing it, not using a metronome is sometimes good. Metronomes are key to musicians not only live, but recording and practicing, especially the drummer. Number 2. Number 3 is very fun. This is something that you may or may not know about drummers. Number 3, a drummer is not good because they are fast. They are good because they can play in time. I get friends, family, young students that go,
"Well, how fast can you do a double stroke roll?"
and I bust one out and they're like,
"Whoa, you must be really good."
No, you're not getting the point. A drummer is not good because they're fast. So just because a drummer can play fills all over the place and play really fast does not make them good. You see this in the real world all the time. In all of those country bands, some of those guys are incredible. Are they the fastest drummer out there? Are they breaking world records? No. They just know how to play for what the song needs. That's what a drummer's job is. If I were to play any Beatles tune and start throwing in my own fast fills, people will go,
What? No, that doesn't make sense.
People want simplicity for the most part. Every time I get hired for a recording gig or whatever and it's not my own music, I'm always told, make sure that you're playing for the song, play simple, that's all we want. We just want you to stay in there and keep a beat. That's really it. That doesn't mean don't ever play fast. That doesn't mean don't try to hone your skills on being a fast player. Always. Everybody wants to be fast. It's cool. But at the same time, I know what's important. Being a good pocket drummer is key, and playing for what the song needs is key. If you look at old drummers from the past, Charlie Watts from the Rolling Stones, and you've got Ringo from the Beatles, and John Bonham, were they always the fastest guys? No. They just knew how to play, and when to play, and when not to play. Take it for what it's worth. Phil Rudd's made a solid $1 million career off of playing like one beat, and he doesn't even know what a paradiddle is. So, hey, I'm just saying.
Timekeeper.
Number 3, a drummer is not good because they are fast. They are good because they can play in time. Number 4, for all of you paying attention at home, is... Forgot to look at my notes. There are a ton of different woods and drum heads, and they make a complete difference when it comes to your drum set and the type of drums you want to sound like. They make a difference in how your drums sound. For example, the 2 woods that I would say are like top tier, everybody uses them, maple and birch. For me, back here, my beautiful Bucks County Drum Company kit is made up of cherry. It's a completely different sound. Didn't know if I would like it at first. Absolutely love it. This is my favorite drum set. Check out Bucks County Drums. Anyway, they make different woods, use different woods when they're making drums, and it's kind of cool. You get different sounds. There's different tuning ranges of different woods, how thick it is to how thin it is. All of that is taken into account when you buy a drum set, or you should take it into account, all of you young drummers out there. Using different drums make different sounds. So I've got a maple kit somewhere in storage. I've got this one, which is cherry. If you can see the snare rack back there, probably not, and I'm not gonna pull it out because that takes too much time. I've got a Ludwig Black Beauty snare drum back there, which is great. I've got a maple snare drum back there, the Black Panther series from Mapex. All of them create different sounds. It's all based upon preference. Now, to the average listener, a drum might just sound like a drum, and that's fine. For you drummers, experiment with those things because they do make a big difference. Now, on top of that, for each one of your drum sets, this can be very costly. Drum sets, I say it like you might have plural. Oh, I'm just so fancy. I have so many drum sets. Now, I only have 2, and my electric kit, so I've got multiple. But anyway, changing drum heads is huge. It does impact the sound of a drum. Different drum heads are made out of different things. For example, this is a G1 coated drum head. They're all made out of this, I think is a 1-ply head, if I'm not mistaken. The ones that I have on there now are onyx heads, and they are black, and they sound really beefy and thick. If you want a thinner sound, they make different things, different sizes, different millimeter thickness. Some of them have a higher attack, so it's got a nice pop to it. Some of them have a longer decay or a lower decay, so that's if you want your drum to ring out or you don't. Different styles of music warrant different things. Drum heads and shells all make a big difference in the sound you are looking to achieve. All of you non-drummers, this probably you didn't care, so just skip to the next one. Go to the next one. It's fine. Alright, everybody, you guys made it. This is... Wait, hold on. Gotta do things properly around here. Drum roll, please. This is the 5th thing that you may not know about drummers, and boy, oh boy, am I very excited about this one. Us drummers get ridiculed all the time. We get the drummer jokes, and we get the hate, and everybody thinks we're just sitting in the back going... out of our minds, Spinal Tap.
It was tragic, really. He exploded on stage. Just like that.
That's all I have to say. Everybody thinks we're stupid, but number 5. Drummers are super smart. And you know what? Hey, if you don't want to admit it, fine. But I've got facts right here that will prove you wrong. Drummers are really smart. First off, just look at it, right? We're doing 4 things at once, and it's generally 4 separate rhythms going at one time. The amount of subdivisions that are going through our head, the ability to pick out that we're just slightly off beat or that we're perfectly on beat is mind-boggling. We hold a band together. If it wasn't for us doing our job, what else would be there? What, you're gonna play to a click track? How many guitar players can we rely on that can stay in time? I don't know, there's probably a lot, but whatever. Here's where it gets kind of crazy and stuff I had to research just a little bit more. Apparently we're in tune to the rhythm of the earth. Now I'm not into all that hippie stuff, but apparently drummers are in tune with the rhythm of the earth. So I'm going to read something because I cannot memorize this whole paragraph. Researchers at Stockholm's Karolinska Institute found that after playing a series of beats, drummers who had better rhythm scored better on a 60-question intelligence test. Seems using all the various parts of a drum kit to keep one steady beat is actually an expression of intrinsic problem-solving abilities. Now, researchers at the University of Oxford discovered that drummers produce a natural high when playing together, heightening both their happiness and their pain thresholds. Any drummer that's listening and watching this right now, you know what it's like to come down on a hi-hat cymbal with your knuckle or the rim of a snare drum and cut yourself up, and you don't realize it until well after the gig and there's blood all over your drum set and you go, oh, how'd that get there? And then way later into the night you're like,
Ow!
Pain thresholds. Now, this is the rhythm of the earth stuff. And I'm taking this from an article that I'm putting the link for below so you can read it for yourself. Harvard Smarty Pants discovered that a drummer's internal clock doesn't move linearly like a regular clock, but rather in waves. The wavy pattern is found in human brain waves, sleeping heart rates, and nerves in felines' ears. So when a drummer slips up, they're actually just matching the elemental beat of the world. This whole article gets into fractals and patterns and how drummers, when they are in rhythm, are exactly in tune with the earth. It's kind of crazy. You can check it out below. But we're smart. I'm not saying it. People at Oxford and Harvard are saying it. But whatever. You're probably smarter than they are. Number 5 is we are smart. Drummers are smart. Give us a little bit more credit. I'm fine with the drummer jokes. They're funny. Some of them are really good. If you have a good one, please tell me what it is below. That is number 5, and you have been given 5 things that you may or may not know about drummers. If you're a drummer and you wanted to add something else, please comment below. Let me know what you think. I'm going to be doing way more content than I ever anticipated, and it's all very exciting. Big things are happening in my life, and I hope big things are happening in your life as well. I hope you're taking your drumming career, your music career, or your love for music to the next level. Thank you guys. This has been 5 things you may or may not know about drummers. That sounds like a good title. I'll work with it. I'll roll with it. Yeah.